Hi everybody, Tyson here, and this is Commons Foods at Home, Explained Edition. Today we're going to talk about deep frying. Alright, I don't deep fry in my kitchen, my personal kitchen. I'll obviously deep fry in a commercial kitchen of some kind. So the idea of deep frying is that when you fry something in that oil, it is going to have an even crust about it. It's got a big texture thing, and it's usually deep fried in some kind of oil, whether it be, I've seen duck fat, I've seen canola oil, I've seen a synthetic frying oil, I've seen peanut oil. You know, you can deep fry in a lot of things, right? And no, you don't need a deep fryer all the time. Sometimes just a pot of oil will do. The idea is that once you submerge the item that you're deep frying, that it is covered and almost swimming in the oil. At home, I really don't like doing it because I hate having that oil stick around. It gets stagnant. It smells. I'm not a big fan of it. Sometimes I'll deep fry outside if I really want to deep fry, but I usually end up not deep frying at home. But if you do have a deep fryer at home, that's all you do it. So when it comes to deep frying the item, I've seen several different things. One, you could just dust something in usually some kind of starch, whether it be potato starch, flour, cornmeal, whatever, and you can deep fry it that way, right? It's a meat, a vegetable, whatever. Nowadays you can deep fry anything if you go to the state fair, all right? So either you could dust something, which is nice. You don't add too much to it. It does create a coat around whatever you're deep frying, but it really, the outer coating gets soggy really quick from what I've experienced. One thing it actually really is good for is cornmeal catfish. I really love cornmeal catfish, and to dust catfish in cornmeal, it's great. The problem with that process is, like I said, you're just dropping you're coating the item in whatever that you want to coat it with. It's okay. It's nice. I like it on a few occasions, but normally that's not my way of doing it. The next thing is batters. So you can find batter recipes all over the place. In Wisconsin, beer batter reigns supreme. In Japan, it's tempura batter. The concept is to dust something in flour first and then coat it in the batter. If you don't do that, the batter's not going to stick onto the item that you're frying that well. It creates a beautiful, crusty outside, but it doesn't have that aggressive breading crust. It's usually lighter and crispier. All right. And again, with batters, you can find different recipes online. Try them out, see which one works for you. But remember, the first part is to dust it in either flour or some kind of starch to make sure that item is dry so that the wet batter can attach to it. And then the final one is a breading. All right, whether it's Italian breadcrumbs or panko breadcrumbs, or I've seen something as fun as rice puffs. You know, you could do this, but the breading procedure is as follows. Again, start with a flour, whatever flour it is, or cornmeal or whatever, some kind of dry powder. Then coat it either in, I've seen different kinds of liquids, but most common is egg wash. An egg wash is not just beating up eggs, it's actually eggs in a little bit of water. Or I've seen buttermilk work well with that too. And then into a whatever your breading is, whether, like I said, panko, Italian breadcrumbs, or rice puffs, or I've seen nuts, or I've seen a lot of different fun stuff. Now, in all these processes, you want to keep mindful of what oil you're frying in. Some oils do better at 350 degrees. Some oils do better at 400 degrees. If it's duck fat, you really want to lower that temperature because duck fat will burn. Whatever fat it is, learn what the proper frying temperature is for that fat, all right? It's not really dependent on the item, but more dependent on the oil that you're frying in. As far as seasoning fried items go, where do you season? I think the best part to seasoning is you have to season whatever you're dropping it in first. All right, that'll connect best with the item that you're frying. So don't season the item beforehand. I mean, you can if you want, but I like to season the flour first that you're dredging in, and then frying it in that. That's where you want your seasoning. And the seasonings could change from, I've seen ranch seasoning, I've seen salt and pepper, I've seen garlic, I've seen a bunch of different stuff. Sometimes marinating the item that you want first before you fry it works well too. One thing I would suggest not doing is, if you're doing the breading technique or the batter technique, you could season the batter to an extent, but keep in mind that's going to contact with the oil and it's going to burn, or has a higher chance of burning. The essential outlook of deep frying is you're going to have something that has a crispy outside and then have a moist, succulent inside. And that is the general idea of deep frying. This has been Common Foods at Home. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. But if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Bye.